He has a nobody. Just chill out for a minute. Who are you guys? We got a legend over here.
I was just saying we were all in too. He then told me that I was nobody.
Shawn has a way of endearing himself to his opponents.
Oh, he has become a fan favorite quickly.
I don't know if favorite is the exact right way to describe it, but he has stirred up some interest.
A 7 offsuit for David Gray.
And he's going to raise.
Up to 2,400.
And Shawn has established a pattern I've noticed in a few matches. He always likes to win the first hand. Always likes to get off to a lead.
And on his suited Queen 9, he calls.
Let's see how aggressive Shawn is in this hand.
Flop comes 5 King Ace.
And he checks. David Gray also slow plays his aces. He checked.
Turns a 3 of spades.
And here goes Shawn. He's going to fall into David's trap here.
Shawn doesn't know he's drawing dead here.
He bet 5,000. And David's just going to call. There's no card Shawn can catch to win this hand.
River's a queen of clubs. Quick check by Shawn.
He's made a pair of queens. He hopes that's good. Now, David checked here on the river. He's going to just show down his aces. That kind of surprises me. Maybe that third spade on the turn slowed David down a little bit, but he did not bet his aces. I think most of the players in this tournament would have bet aces in that spot, especially against a player like Shawn.
Back over to our featured table now, where Daniel Negreanu has reestablished a 2-1 chip lead over TJ Cloutier with the blinds up to 3 and 6,000 now.
Daniel Negreanu with King Queen offsuit calls the 3,000.
And aces for TJ.
I don't know, raise.
Who does he think he is, Ernie Durak?
And TJ raises to 10,000 here.
I'm all in.
Okay.
And Daniel went all in. Daniel Negreanu, who said he was going to jab and wait for the right spot, went all in with King Queen against TJ's aces.
TJ quickly called.
It's good.
Daniel said, it's good. Good for now. You're going to need a lot of help, Daniel.
And the flop brings a set of aces for TJ, but a straight draw for Daniel.
Well, he would win with a 10. It's not much of a straight draw, but it is a straight draw.
Any 10 will do, as long as it doesn't come with a pair.
And if he catches a 10, he's got to avoid TJ pairing the board because that would close things out.
That would be sick, wouldn't it? Huh? You ever take a beat like that before in your life, TJ?
Lots of them.
Yeah? Yeah, well, I'm sorry in advance if it happens.
That's what Lane said to me. I'm sorry when I had aces against Queen Jack one time. Flopped the queen. Don't worry about it. I had no chance.
TJ's talking to the crowd, reminiscing with them. Nobody knows what he's talking about, except Eric Lindgren and Phil Hellmuth. They're aware of it.
Now the turn pairs 9s on the board, and that means TJ Cloutier wins the pot. He doubles up and avoids elimination again.
Daniel did not follow his strategy. He wanted to deliver a quick knockout punch and doubled up TJ.
The old veteran won't hit the canvas. In fact, he seems to be getting stronger. For exclusive video, interviews, and merchandise, log on to NBCHeadsUp.com, the only place on the internet where you can play Heads Up Poker for free. Inside the Caesars Poker Room, single elimination Heads Up competition continues from the round of 16, and at our outer table, another look at Shawn Chacon staring down David Gray. Chacon with a pair of 5s here.
And he's going to raise. Makes it 9,000 to go.
I need to make it 11. You showed a little originality.
Gray via the outback pocket cam with a 9-7 offsuit, and he'll call.
David's gambling here, calling with 9-7 offsuit.
Flop is 8 King Jack.
Shawn's 5s are still the best hand. David checks. Shawn looked like he was going to bet there.
Instead, he checks. Turn a 3 of spades.
David does not try to pick up the pot here. He checks. Shawn checks.
And on the river, a deuce of diamonds.
David Gray has to bet if he wants to win. He's got 9 high.
He bets 13,000.
I call.
And Sean immediately calls with a pair of fives, realizing David Gray was trying to pick up the hand. Probably put him on something like ace-10, didn't put him on 9-7, but it was still a gutsy call.
Wow.
David Gray made a good bet, and Sean made a better call.
Back to our featured table now, and when we last looked in here, TJ Cloutier had come back to take a 2-to-1 advantage over Daniel Negreanu, but now it's Negreanu with the lead of just under 20,000 in chips.
Daniel went back to his jabbing strategy, didn't win any big hands, but has accumulated more chips.
And on Jack 9 offsuit, he calls. Cloutier with 10-7.
He's going to raise.
Raises to 12,000.
TJ's tied to Daniel chipping away, and Daniel called. They got $24,000 in the pot right now, and TJ has flopped top 2 pair. He checks, and Daniel checks with an inside straight draw.
And there is the inside straight, the 8 of spades. Oh, and now TJ Cloutier's in trouble. He bets 20,000 here.
TJ's goose is cooked. For sure, Daniel's going to raise here.
No, Daniel calls.
As I said, Daniel's just going to call here.
River pairs threes. Oh, TJ goes all in.
That's the one thing Daniel did not want to happen. He did not want the board to pair.
I call.
He calls. He's got the nut straight.
I flopped 2 pair, I know that.
TJ says, I flopped 2 pair. It's no good, TJ. Daniel's going to win this match. And TJ slow playing his 2 pair on the flop is what led to this whole thing.
It was the 8.
Daniel Negreanu defeats TJ Cloutier to advance into the field of 8.
I really don't know why TJ went all in on the river.
My favorite hand.
The only hand he could beat was a hand like ace-10 or king-10. If Daniel had a pair of jacks or a pair of queens, the threes would have given him too big a pair. But TJ was a little frustrated in that hand.
Great match and a great win for Daniel Negreanu.
2 pair. Top 2.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. I didn't know you had money on it.
I didn't want to bet against you.
I understand.
More like betting on you.
Right.
I realized you had a great read on them. You told me.
As they sort out their side action, that seems to be a whole nother show indeed. We take you back to Sam Farha and Mike Mizrachi. And Mizrachi, on your left, has reestablished a slight lead in this match.
All in. What happened? I call.
And Mike Mizrachi's going all in with the ace-6 of spades. Sammy's got ace-jack. He's got him in bad shape. He calls immediately. Mike Mizrachi is going to need some spades or a 6.
Definitely a hand, huh? Good luck.
If he gets them, he's going to knock Sammy Farha out of this tournament.
Jack, there you go, baby.
A jack, deuce, 8 on the flop. A pair of jacks for Farha.
He's dead right now. He's dead. He can't win.
The card player odds, 1% actually is less than 1%. Mike Mizrachi needs 2 6s. The only way he's going to win this hand.
Well, I don't like my chances.
That would be the understatement of the tournament.
About the same chance as a lottery ticket.
And the grinder misses the lottery on the turn. It's a 4 of hearts, and Sammy Farha will double up.
There's a 7.
Sammy working the room a little bit. Well, the grinder's in bad shape. Big win for Farha there. Catherine Tappan is standing by with another winner.
Daniel Negreanu, congratulations. You've made it to another round. Can you take us through that last hand with TJ?
The last hand was interesting. I'd been limping in, and TJ raised with some mediocre hands, so I called. And then he checked the flop, and somehow I felt strength. So I decided to play it safe and just check. On the turn, I hit gin, the absolute nuts. There's no way I could lose. And he bet. Now, my dilemma was, get him now or get him later? I opted for later, just in case he was on a big bluff. And so I called him, and of course, he had 2 pair. So I was right from that perspective, and I made the straight, and that was it.
Thank you so much, Daniel.
Thanks.